Hi dear cricket fans, welcome to Cricket Happenings on an early edition. Well, I'm here because Bangladesh have created history here, and there's wild celebration in Bangladesh today because Bangladesh have first time they've actually won this series, and what a way they have won it. They have won it right now. They are leading these 5-match series 3-0, and the way they have done it very convincingly, and this is going to go a long way for them for the 2011 World Cup. They have never beaten any strong opposition, and beating New Zealand is not so easy. They have done it once again in the fourth one-day international here at Mirpur, where Bangladesh has won this match. Even though the match was very close, they still won the match by 9 runs. So as far as the story of the day goes, well, there were two centuries. One was a winning century coming from the Bangladeshi captain Shakib, who made 106, his fifth or sixth. I am not so sure about that ODI century. And also for New Zealand had an unlikely hero. In fact, Kane Williamson, who, as I said, he had a very poor tri-series, averaging only 5 runs. Today, actually scored his one-day century. His first was maiden one-day century here. He made 108 of 132 balls, 6 fours and 2 sixes. He kept the flag flying for New Zealand. There were hopes for New Zealand when 10 overs, 70 runs was required. Kane Williamson also battled his injury. He had cramps, but still he managed that. And still went on, and in fact he scored 108 in a losing cause of 132 balls with 6 fours and 2 sixes. Spare a thought for Kane Williamson there. But as far as Bangladesh was concerned, Bangladesh has once again dominated. The spinners once again coming into the fore, the batsmen really chipping in, and everything coming back to them. And Bangladesh are leading the 5-match series now 3-0 with 1 to go on Sunday. Now the Hamish Bennett of New Zealand actually made his debut. And as far as this match was concerned, it all started with New Zealand actually inserting the opposition. Bangladesh were batting first. Imrul Kais and Shahriar Nafees. Today they lost an earlier wicket. Shahriar Nafees was gone when he was caught behind the bowling of McCallum of the bowling of Kyle Mills for Duck. Junaid Siddique contributed 17. Rakib Al Hassan made 6. Bennett was the guy who actually the person who actually got his first wicket on debut, as Rakib Al Hassan was clean bowled by Bennett for 6. Then they were in a bit of a bother there because Rakib Al Hassan, when departed, Shahriar Nafees was stroking the ball as he was doing in the previous one-day international. Stroked the ball well to collect 37. But before that, Imrul Kais. In fact, Shahriar Nafees was the first to go. I'm sorry about that. Imrul Kais contributed 37 of 52 balls with 4 fours. And there was a bit of pressure, but Shakib Al Hassan was the man who really took it on, piercing the offside field with some wonderful boundaries. Mushfiqur Rahim, well, he couldn't contribute much. He was gone for 13. Mahmudullah contributed. Mahmudullah came in and gave some good support to Shakib Al Hassan in the middle by taking the score from 148 to 200. In fact, Shurwadi Shivo was there at the time, but Mahmudullah also gave some good support to Shakib Al Hassan there, and Shakib Al Hassan was eventually caught and bowled by Vettori for 106 of 113 balls, 11 fours and 1 6. What a knock from Shakib Al Hassan. After playing for Worcestershire, he is really showing what he's capable of, and his talent is really coming out, and what at the right time, I would say, with the World Cup looming large. Mahmudullah was gone for 37 of 55 balls with 4 fours. Surwadi Shivo was out for 8. Tuffy got him. Abdul Razak was out for 7. Shafiul Islam for 1, and 241 on the board. Well, Bangladesh unfortunately couldn't take advantage of the batting power play as the New Zealand bowlers bowled very well. Bennett was right on the money there, and also the other bowlers really throttled them. The bowling figures: Kyle Mills 6 overs, no made in 238. Tuffy 6.1 overs, no made in 231. Bennett on his first match was impressive. 8 overs, no made in 3 for 44. He's a fast bowler, and he was hitting a very good length too. Daniel Sori 10 overs, 235 as usual, economical. Nathan McCallum 10 overs, no made in no 47. Kane Williamson 2 overs for 15. Bowling was not good. Grant Elliott 6 overs, no made and none for 29. As far as the New Zealand innings went, there was no Jesse Ryder today. Watling opened with Brendan McCallum, and well, they again lost an early wicket. Brendan McCallum was the spinners were the ones, as I said, who came into the equation, and spinners, in fact, Shakib Al Hassan today decided that New Zealand are weak in spin. There is some turn in the pitch. He actually opted to open with the spinner Abdul Razak, and Abdul Razak immediately responded by giving them the breakthrough when BJ Watling was LBW bowled Abdul Razak for 6. So that was the first wicket to go. Aaron Redmond was there with Brendan McCallum. Brendan McCallum played some strokes, 21 of 20 balls, and again Shafiul Islam getting his wicket. This time he was caught and bowled by Shafiul Islam for 21. Aaron Redmond was out for 16. Ross Taylor for 3, and there was suddenly some problem. As they said, the spinners came there. Shakib Al Hassan actually took up Redmond. Taylor was gone to Shurwadi Shivo for 3 as was caught Sheffield Islam, and they were really staring down the barrel, 68 for 4 at that stage, and Daniel Vettori actually departing make them 80 for 5, and Daniel Vettori was a victim of Mahmudullah for 8, so another off spinner coming into the equation there. And after that there was a brief, the only thing, Kane Williamson was there. Kane Williamson was playing all his strokes, he was playing with a lot of common sense and purpose, and that was he had some cramps, but he was still stroking the ball beautifully. And you know what one could see was what is that real talent that emerging out of New Zealand as far as Kane Williamson is concerned. They were talking very highly about Kane Williamson, that he really loves to play strokes, but today he showed us all how he can actually play strokes. He also struck Shakib for 2 consecutive sixes when 70 runs were required, and there was hopes when Kane Williamson was there, and Kane Williamson was really striking the ball very well. And Kyle Mills was also there, but Kyle Mills fell to Williamson. So that was the time when Kyle Mills fell. Suddenly things started looking bleak, but still there were hope as Kyle Mills was gone. Nathan McCullum came in, and Nathan McCullum really gave them hope, because from 172 for 7 when Kyle Mills departed, that was the time Kane Williamson really started exploding and started unveiling all his strokes there. Nathan McCullum also gave him very good support, actually giving all the strike to Kane Williamson, but Nathan McCullum, unfortunately, that was the key for New Zealand, because this partnership was really good. Grant Elliott also contributed well, giving some good support, but Nathan McCullum and Williamson at the crease was looking very interesting. But unfortunately, Nathan McCullum was run out for 33 of 33 balls with 1-4. Tuffy was out for a duck, and after that, well, that said, Kane Williamson ran out of partners, and well, they had 11 runs when Tuffy and Bennett were at the crease. Kane Williamson was gone for 108 to the bowling of Sheffield Islam of 132 balls, 6 fours and 2 sixes, and Kane Williamson was gone out in a losing cause. A wonderful century from Kane Williamson in a losing cause for Bangladesh, for New Zealand. 232 all out, losing this match by 9 wickets. Bangladesh taking the series 3-0, and one more to go. Whether they can do a clean sweep of the series, that would be something that Bangladesh should be really proud of. And as I said, the World Cup is coming, that would give them ounces of confidence. As far as the bowling figures were concerned for Bangladesh, Sheffield Islam 7.3 overs, no maiden, 2 for 39. Abdul Razak 10 overs, no maiden, 141. Surwadi Shuvo, the left arm spinner, 10 overs, no maiden, 147. Shakib was the best, none for 3 for 54. Mahmudullah 2 overs, 1 for 5. Williamson 10 overs, no maiden, 142. As I said, the spinners have been doing well. Not only that, the pace bowler Sheffield Islam has been looking very impressive as the days go by. And Shakib was named man of the match. Dear cricket fans, it is my pleasure bringing you the morning edition of Cricket Happenings, where Bangladesh have actually taken the series against New Zealand for the first time. Historic victory for Bangladesh, sparking wild celebrations there in Bangladesh today, because they have done it for the first time, meeting a strong opposition 3-0, and there's one to go. Whether they can do a clean sweep of the series and whether New Zealand can stop that remains to be seen when Bangladesh and New Zealand clash with the final one-day international there on Sunday. That's it, dear cricket fans, for Cricket Happenings. This is Ram signing off. Thank you.